Hey everybody, it's 6:30 in the morning. I'm tired. I don't want to go to work. It's a struggle every day. It is. So I'm just gonna show you my look today. It's starting to warm up in New York, so I want to do like a really nice, like springy, really warm kind of look. So yeah, let's check it out. So first I'm just going to use a little bit of concealer, and this is the NYX concealer in the shade Lavender. I just want to brighten them up. And I'm just taking a damp beauty blender, blending this out. So I already primed my face. I used the Too Faced Hangover Primer. And now I'm going in with my NYX Total Control foundation. I've been really enjoying this stuff lately, and I'm using the shade Buff. So I have pretty dry skin, and I noticed that this is actually pretty drying, but I really wanted to get it to work. So if you had the same issue, what I did was I just put a little bit of argan oil on my skin. Use whatever kind of oil works for you, but yeah, I just put a little bit of argan oil on my skin on top of my moisturizer. And I noticed that I didn't have like any of those like cracking, drying issues that I had in the past with this foundation. So just thought I'd share that if you have any of those same issues. Then for concealer, I'm using my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind in the shade Fair. Alright, next up for bronzer, I'm going to be using the NYX bronzer in the shade Light. Okay, then for blush, I'm going to be using this Tarte blush called Feisty. Okay, so now I'm going to set my face with my Too Faced powder. Okay, so I just like to bake on the sides a little bit. Whoop. And then just put the rest of that all over the place. Then I'm going to use my Kat Von D Alchemist palette, and I'm going to use the shade Pink Opal. I would hold it up and show you, but I dropped the palette, so it's a mess in there. dust this off. Ooh. I just cleaned my brushes last night. That one was a little wet, so I have a few little beauty marks that I just like to enhance. Otherwise, they just look like bumps under my skin. Then I'm going to set all this down using my NYX Dewey setting spray. Alright, so once that's dry, I'm just picking up a little bit more of that Too Faced powder. And I just like to dust it over the spots that tend to give me trouble throughout the day, so. Time for brows. Uh-oh. As you can see, I have troublesome brows. So I'm going to start off using the NYX Micro Pencil in the shade Espresso. Usually I use black, but I ran out, but either or works for me. I just cover it up anyway. So what I do is I kind of take this and I kind of sketch out an outline of where I want my brow to be. So I use what I have of a brow. I kind of use that as like my guide, like just kind of for the shape. And then I just fill in. And then I just kind of sketch out like where I would like to have an eyebrow. Then I'm going to take my Anastasia Dip Brow in the shade Ash Brown, and I'm going to use that to fill this in. And then once I get down to the front here, I just apply a lot less pressure to the brush so that I get like a lighter effect, just so it looks like a little bit more natural. And then I just take my finger and just like wipe away some of the product. So don't worry, I'm gonna go in with concealer and make this all nice and neat too. Okay, so once I have my shape, then I'm gonna set it using this Boom Boom Brow in the color Aretha. And I just take this and pack it into the brow. Then I get the shade that's like a little closer to my hair color too. But then I feel like this really like sets it down, especially because I really don't have eyebrows like past here. As you can see, I actually do shave a little bit of this off. Long story with the eyebrows, I'm not going to get into it now. But if you have similar issues, I feel like it's really hard to get an eyebrow routine that works, because especially when you don't have hair and you're putting the product directly on the skin, you know if it gets warm out and you go like this or whatever, you accidentally touch your brow during the day, you're at risk of wiping it off, which I have done so many times. But I finally found a routine that really works for me, and if I accidentally like rub it on my skin, even if I'm sweating, it really doesn't. I haven't had any instances yet. So I'm doing the same thing with this product when I get to the front. Just kind of wipe it away. Okay, now I'm just going to take a little bit of concealer, and this is, I just grabbed anything that I had right now. This is like a little concealer by Ipsy. It's actually not that great, but I usually use the one by NYX. Ew, what's in my hand? April, you're such a pig. Alright, so now I'm going to take this and just tidy this brow up a bit. And I'm just using like a really small flat brush. This is a Sigma, I don't know names or numbers of brushes, and I also can't tell you because it rubbed off from my sweaty gross hands. And then for the front here, then again I just take my finger and just kind of blend that line away a little bit. And then I just stop myself at some point because I could literally go hours tweaking my brows. So then this is the NYX Brow Gel, and I just like to take this and run it through the front where I have eyebrow hairs. and I feel like it just darkens them up a little bit and makes it a little more like, gives my brow like a little more texture looking, so it doesn't look so like plastered on. So that's my brow routine. I'm gonna do the other brow off camera real quick, and then I'll come back and show you my eyeshadow. So now I'm gonna prime my eyes using the NYX High Definition Primer. Love this stuff. It's so freaking cheap and it works really, really well. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of this underneath as well because I love to put my shadow underneath. Okay, then I'm just picking up some more of that Too Faced setting powder and I'm just gonna set this down. Okay, so starting with my NYX Brights palette, I'm going to take this like peachy pinky shade here, and I'm going to use that as my transition shade. And I just picked up a little bit more of the color and I'm just darkening that up a little bit. And I'm winging it out. Then, same brush, different color. I'm gonna use this color next to it, which is like more of like a rusty, kind of orangey shade. And I'm just applying that into the crease as well, but I'm bringing it down more onto the lid and like focusing it more in the corner here. And then again, winging it out. Okay, then I'm just taking a small little flat brush and taking that same color and I'm just gonna bring it underneath. And then when I get to the corner here, you'll see I'm also going back up into what we just did, just to blend it all together. So that's like kind of the base for our shadow today. Then I'm switching over to my NYX Warm Neutral palette, and I'm going to be taking this rusty color here on the end. And I'm just applying this in the corner, about like halfway. Then I'm just picking up that same crease brush and just make sure that's blended. Okay, now I'm going to take that darker shade here. Wait, yeah, this one. And I'm just applying that on the same corner. And then again, grab that crease brush, blend. And then I'm just grabbing another little flat brush here and I'm taking that same color. I'm just gonna run it underneath. Then I'm gonna take another NYX shadow. This one's called Fireball. And I'm gonna use this for the rest of my eye here. You know what? I think I'm actually gonna add some setting spray to this because I really want it to stand out. I'm just grabbing whatever. This is the NYX matte one, Dewey one. Doesn't matter if it's Dewey or not. So I just grabbed my NYX one here, just whatever I had. Yeah, there we go. Just really wanted that to be super bright. And then I'm just gonna go back into the palette and I'm taking this really dark shade here. I'm just putting a little bit of that in the corner because I feel like I kind of just lost a little bit of my intensity there. Then I'm just taking a little bit of that same dark shadow and just bringing it into the crease just a little bit, just to make that stand out a little more. Okay, then back to my NYX Warm Nudes palette. I'm gonna take this shimmery shade here, and I'm gonna use this in the corner. And I'm kind of dragging it into the shadow a bit. Then we use the shade next to it, which is more of a matte color. I'm gonna use that for my highlight. So that's the eyeshadow look. I'm just gonna go do the other eye now, and then I'll come back and do some eyeliner and finish the look. Okay, so I'm just gonna pop on some eyeliner. This is the NYX, you know, regular pencil liner. So I'm just gonna pop some of this on. And then I'm just gonna take a little bit of that and run it underneath, just in the corner here. And then I'm gonna take my NYX matte liquid liner. Okay, I'm back. Got my lashes on. Just quickly threw my work clothes on. So I'm just going to do my lips now. Oh, I'm sorry. By the way, I'm using the Ardell Wispies. Yeah, in 600. So I'm gonna line my lips using the NYX lip liner in the shade Nude Beige. And yes, that's right, I overlined my lips. So what? Then I'm gonna fill it in using the NYX Lingerie in the shade Push Up. Then just take my finger and dab off the excess. And that's it. That's my look for today. Leave me some love, leave me some comments down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to see in the future. If you like this look, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. And I gotta go to work. I am already late. Alright, see you guys next time. Thank you so much. Love you all. Have an awesome day. Bye.